All right, so this is my first long form Yap video. Um, I figured I make content already. Why not start talking about my life? But right now I'm on the journey to get fit for the last time. Little bit about me: played sports. I guess I developed an eating disorder and didn't know. Funny that. And I'd actually put off getting fit because I told myself, hey, I'm just going to get fit after I stop being busy. Terrible idea. Fun fact, you only get the things you prioritize. So about November is kind of when I locked in. I had hit 300 pounds on the scale, and that was like eye opening because I really, honestly, I was probably bigger than the 300. It was just I decided to weigh myself after I know I didn't eat as much for a couple of days because I didn't want to see the scale over 300. But let's just say I was like 305 for sure. Um, I'm down to about 274, but I've been in a plateau. And the biggest thing I was avoiding was tracking my macros. Why was I avoiding that? I had done it before and it really did work. I just didn't feel like I needed it that bad. And my weight loss goals back then weren't the way they are now. Like before, I just wanted to lose weight, be slimmer, cool, and that was it. So I had ended up doing basic workouts, tracking, and I got results. Like midsection came in. I was like, all right, cool. I wasn't really going for nothing aesthetic. I didn't care. So naturally, after like I think my app said 121 days, I tracked. I just kind of left it alone. Said, oh, I could eyeball it, and then it's funny because every time I would outgrow clothes, I would just justify it as like the washers just shrinking my clothing, not knowing that my stomach was eating it all up. Um, and then yeah, so I've been on this goal. Like I said, I kept hitting this stall, and normally the stalling points would nag me out because I feel like, okay, well, I'm doing everything right, so surely it's just my body. And then I thought to myself, like, that just doesn't even make any fucking sense. So what I found out was when I was tracking it, I was like, damn, I'm damn near eating close to maintenance calories most of the time. And then on the times where I just eat whatever, that's pushing me over. And the body's funny because it's just like, I don't know, I feel like the body mirrors reality. It just takes what you do consistently. That's it. That's all. If you do stuff sometimey, you're not gonna get a change. And if you do stuff consistently over enough time, you get a change. So I'm learning a lot about myself because how I am in different areas of my life, like business and whatnot, is exactly like how I was with my diet and my eating. I have these huge swings of doing everything, doing really good, losing weight, and then boom, I plunge down, and then I just repeat that, and end up getting so exhausted because at that point I feel like my work is justified. Like, oh, a sense of entitlement comes on. Like, I had this sense of entitlement of, well, I worked hard this one time, so that should give me infinite benefits. And it's like nothing in life works like that. As crazy as it is to say now, like this joint is just like farming. Like if you don't plant seeds, there's nothing to harvest. If you don't consistently maintain a garden, the garden turns into a forest. That's just it on the most basic of levels. So when I look at my body, I'm starting to realize like, hey, you're either gonna just do the work and just make it a habit that you do, or you're not. There's no in between. I've lost a bunch of weight before, gotten down slimmer to where I was in my clothes, but I didn't really have a system or any like sustainable way to maintain it. So naturally, I just did what I did before because I was comfortable. This time around, I'm more so on the identity shift. Like, I value what comes with the discipline more than I value what comes from doing it my way, which is whatever I want. Um, I'm one of those people that I feel like routines, like it gave me anxiety because it's all like I got to do the same thing every time. Well, I don't have any freedom for this, and this. It's all like you actually have more freedom with the discipline of the schedule than you do winging it, because winging it at some point, well, not even that, winging it, you're now enslaved to the chaoticness of your day to day. Now I have to deal with, eating, feeling terrible, then eating because I feel terrible, regretting it. That's what freedom got me. It got me freedom of chaos. Versus discipline gave me the freedom of bliss. Like, it has been months, and I'm proud to say that I've had like a binge cycle where I'm just all like, oh my God, I felt bad, so I ate this. That made me feel worse. I ended up going on like a fad diet and then repeat. My relationship with food has gotten a lot better. Um, and now it's changed the way I'm looking at my fitness goals. Like right now, the goal is not just to get to the physique. I know I'm going to get there. That's not the issue. It's maintaining it and having that be my new normal, to where I live a lifestyle where I'm all like, hey, I can see my abs. Uh-oh, can't see my abs? Dial it back in. Because believe it or not, it's way easier to just maintain than it is to keep trying to move, restart the car every 12 seconds. Because when you think of, when I thought about it, like when I already kind of like overweight and I try to eyeball my weight, that's when it gets worse. But when it's like, hey, I have abs, I woke up one morning, I don't have abs, all right, I gotta cut stuff out to get it back down. Like it's easier to maintain the visual cues. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Again, I'm just making these because I figured everybody else is on YouTube getting out their YouTube fitness journeys, and I always was of the type of, well, I got to look a certain way before I start. It's all like, you know what, man, just like I did with the skits, let me just start now. Whoever's rocking with is gonna rock with it. So y'all let me know how you feel in the comments, if you guys like this, other stuff you want me to talk about. I think I'm just gonna keep doing this for me too, just because I like to be able to get my thoughts out. That would be the biggest thing I'll end off with is, I don't like yappers, granted, but I approve of yapper curated spaces, meaning I think people need an outlet to just get stuff off their chest, because once you say stuff and get it out of your brain, it gives room for fresher ideas, thoughts, things like that, circulation, and it helps you get a better understanding. Also, I'm probably going to be pissed at this angle because you can see like my chins and I hate that shit. Go to a better jawline. But other than that, out.